ShareTweetJoy Behar went bonkers on The View after she learned Alabama senators chose to pass a ban on abortions for their state. She wanted to make it a law that white guys who voted for restricting abortions should all be required to get a vasectomy. Well, she quickly was made to regret her ridiculous remarks. You'll love this. Joy Behar, the infamous Trump hater, suggested that the male Alabama state senators who voted for a bill to ban nearly all abortions in their state should be required to get a vasectomy. It should be noted that the majority of Americans are only for abortions on a very limited basis, such as the health of the mother, rape, or incest. Ever since these rabid leftists pushed the envelope to make abortions legal at any time in gestation, up until the baby is delivered, pro-life Americans in red states like Alabama have been pushing back. Behar said, "Can we look at a picture of the panel of men who did this? There it is. Gee, what do they have in common? They're all men, all white guys." She continued, "Maybe we should make it a law that they should all be required to get a vasectomy, that group in particular." She added, "That would solve the problem." The comments came as a panel on The View discussed the implications of a controversial bill, which passed the Alabama Senate in a 25-6 vote on Tuesday night. The measure calls for banning abortions in virtually all instances, including for victims of rape and incest, reported The Hill. If the bill is signed by the state's Republican governor, abortion would only be legal if it would save a woman's life. Abortion providers could face as much as 99 years in prison. State Rep. Mary Collins, R., who is a woman and sponsored the bill, has said that she hopes the legislation will force higher courts to revisit Roe v. Wade, the landmark Supreme Court decision that said a woman had a constitutional right to an abortion. And many Americans were sickened by Behar's big mouth and lame remarks. Joy Behar at The View just said all white men should get a vasectomy, if they believe an infant should be saved. Has she lost her mind? She doesn't like being told what to do but has no trouble telling men what to do. And conservative women. Tweeted Twitter user Michelle. Joy Behar proves the point that radical liberal lunatics are exactly like the Gestapo. Behar says that people in Alabama that are against abortion should be forced, let that sink in, forced to get vasectomies. Tweeted Ron Bruce. How is a vasectomy even closely compared to an abortion? They weren't voting on women losing their reproductive rights, they were voting on women not being able to kill babies. Maybe if women took the consequences of having sex more seriously, then this wouldn't even be a post, tweeted Mahala Watkins. At Joy Behar, wish your father had a vasectomy and America would not be exposed to your violent vulgar comments and your driven hatred, tweeted Twitter user Papa Bear. Abortion's law is based on the right to privacy laws under the Fourth Amendment. Put simply, this is not a constitutional right. And now that medicine has had massive advancement, the pro-abortion people are terrified that scientifically we can prove the baby has a separate DNA than the mother, their own unique DNA, and therefore the baby in the womb has a right to life that supersedes anyone's right to privacy. Life is no longer valued in America by these leftists who are brainwashed and misguided in thinking this has something to do with white guys trying to tell them what to do. This is about the baby's right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and it's time all Americans get the correct information which will lead them to the morally correct thing to do. Share tweet.